What kind of fantasy house would you like to build for yourself if you had limitless resources? Some people's aspirations came true in a significant way. When measured in gross floor area, these magnificent American homes are all more than 20 times the size of the ordinary American home. Many of them have been transformed into great museums, college campus halls, and private residences. A number of them are not even finished yet. Here are the top 5 largest, biggest, and vastest mansions in America. First on the list, David and Jackie Siegel, a well-known Florida couple, have been working on what they've labeled a technologically advanced Versailles for over 18 years. Their efforts were depicted in a 2012 film, The Queen of Versailles. Architecture hasn't been easy. It came to a halt in 2009 when the financial crisis struck. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Jackie expressed sorrow for ever starting construction on the house in 2019. According to county public records, the 108,381 square foot Windermere, Florida home will have 13 bedrooms and 23 bathrooms when completed. It's worth about $4 million, and the yearly tax bill is $65,000. As per a previous real estate listing, the house boasts a 20-car garage and 3 pools. It is 3-level tall and includes a ballroom, a stained glass dome, a 2-story wine vault, and a 2-lane pool hall. In addition to the current chef's kitchen, there are 4 fireplaces and 10 satellite kitchens. The couple's attempts to establish what they said would be the country's largest residence in the United States, however, due to the Great Recession's influence of Westgate and the family's resources, building was put on hold in 2009. Second, Shadow Lawn was erected in 1927 on the site of a previous estate that was previously home to President Woodrow Wilson and later firebombed in a conflagration. Monmouth University bought the second Shadow Lawn in 1955 and rebranded it Woodrow Wilson Hall. Shadow Lawn is more than simply a lovely home. It's also a movie set that you can visit. In the 1982 film Annie, it served as Daddy Warbucks' manor house. Shadow Lawn, an old imperial wood frame mansion, was built in 1903. The current home, which was 130 rooms and was built for the F.W. Woolworth family at a cost of $10.5 million, the architectural style of Shadow Lawn is equally well known. It was built by James Robertson around 1870 and is a beautiful example of the Second Empire architecture. The distinctive gable roof, towering dormers, and intricate eave braces of the design can be seen on this white hotel with blue trim. One of the smallest states in the U.S. has the 3rd largest homes, Winter Thor, which measures 96,582 square feet and was finished in 1932, was erected for the DuPont family. Henry Francis DuPont, an avid art collector and landscaper, dedicated the estate and its contents to the state in 1951. The Winter Thor Museum, Garden, and Library, which houses one of the most notable collections of the early American arts and crafts, is now open to public. The museum is housed in 175 historical rooms and is surrounded by approximately 1,000 acres of scenic lawns. Historic museums abound in Delaware, transporting us to another era. The Winter Thor Museum, Garden, and Library in Wilmington will transport you from everyday life into a fantasy world of impeccably groomed gardens and antique furniture. The estate's enchanted woods, in fact, will transport you to another world. Winter Thor, which was built in 1837, received the significant modifications in the 20th century by Henry Francis DuPont, which nearly doubled its size. The extensions were primarily built to accommodate DuPont's best collection of American art. Throughout 1914 and 1919, Otto Hermann Kahn, an investment financier, erected Oheka Castle as his country house. It was previously part of a 443-acre estate and has 127 rooms. Following Kahn's death in 1934, the castle was sold to a number of different owners until being acquired by the Eastern Military Academy. The home nearly burned down multiple times after school ended in 1979. It's since changed hands again and has been completely repaired. It is now one of the most prestigious wedding locations in the country. Architects, historians, and scholars were invited in to verify every aspect in order to preserve the authenticity of Oheka. State roof tiles were procured from the same Vermont quarry where Kahn has purchased the originals during the 2-year renovation. Over 222 windows and doors were replaced with replicas created to order. The grand staircase's exquisite wrecked railing took 2 months to renovate. Rubber castings were constructed to repair the exquisite plaster moldings in the ballroom and the library, and faux bois professionals were drafted in to reconstruct the walls of the library. The 8 mirrored pools and 3 fountains of the Olmsted Brothers' formal gardens were resurrected using original plans from the Olmsted Brothers, garnering the first and the top spot on the list. The Biltmore Estate near Asheville, North Carolina, is the country's largest mansion, measuring in at 175 square feet. This is about 70,000 square feet larger than the second largest home in the United States. The home included 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces, and was built for the Vanderbilt family who made their fortune from railroads. It was opened to the public in 1895, 6 years after construction began. The estate first opened to the public in 1930, and it is today Asheville's most popular tourist attraction. It must have been like living in one of these 50 magnificent castles. The Biltmore Estate is not only the largest privately held house in the United States, but it also dwarfs the competitors. Between 1889 and 1985, the estate was built in the form of a French chateau for George Washington Vanderbilt II, who dubbed it his Little Mountain Hideaway. It has 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. Antler Hill Village, which surrounds it, is a lovely village that appears to have been frozen in time. With how enormous and spacious these mansions are, it will definitely make your head, neck, and eyes spin, break, and bulge. It is totally mind-blowing how much work and wealth was put into these estates. If you have the money, would you also do the same and spend the rest of your life living in fantasy? I would rather spend it to end world hunger, though.